Hi, yo, what's up? So right now I want to make a video showing you how you can max out your your fortune stones for the current event in Throne of Liberty. And one thing that I have to say right now about this event is that it is probably the most confusing and pay-to-win event that I've seen so far in the game. And so it is very confusing because you see these fortune stones, you get them simply by playing the game. But you see, many people, especially in the beginning, are wondering like, how do I use them? How do I trade them? Is there like an NPC where I can exchange them? And so, no, they just sit in your inventory until the end of the event. And so that's kind of what it is. And so, okay, let's just check the event right here. So you get these fortune stones simply by, first of all, simply by playing the game. And so if you get some resistant contracts, you can get some co-op dungeon, dynamic events, field bosses, military expeditions, and event fishing. And so simply by playing the game like this, you can get, I think, if you do everything right, you can get around like 3,000 fortune stone or something like this. And so this is simply by playing the game. But what makes this event pay to win is you can get the fortune stone by spending a lucent, not lucent but solent, but lucent is also like, it's also part of the deal. And so you can get 80 fortune stone per 5 million solent spent. So what you can do if you want to pay for to participate in this event is that you can, yes, you can purchase solent, you can purchase lucent, and you can transform them into solent in order to get these fortune stones. And so I think this is kind of annoying. And so the best way to actually farm these fortune stone is to obviously spend the solent. And so I don't think it's, I think it's kind of annoying. And so another thing that is very confusing about the solent spent is that you're not getting the stones right now. You're getting the fortune stone from the solent spent at the end of the event. And so right here, right now, I have 700 fortune stones, but in reality, maybe I have like something like 2,000 fortune stones because I spent some solents and I don't even know. And so I think this event is so wrong in many ways. And so obviously knowing the amount of fortune stone that you have is important because there are different rewards and different tiers that you can participate. And so the fact that everything is calculated at the end makes it very, very confusing. And so here you can see the different tiers of rewards. And so the best reward that you can get is a golden archboss weapon selecting chest. And so from Giant Cordy and Delusionoa. And so it has a special skin. And another thing that was very confusing about this selection chest is that people were wondering if it's only the skin or you also get the weapon. And so many people thought that it was only the skin, but in reality, you get both. And so they confirmed this thing here. You get the actual weapon and you also get the visual style, so that you also get the skin. So you actually get both. But what I don't like about this is that it is not guaranteed. It's only 10 random people that will get this reward. And so even though you're farming this event, like it's really, really not guaranteed. And so the Fire Crown, if you don't get this reward, you also get the, I think you get the Fire Crown. I'm not exactly sure what that is. So there it is. And so to participate in the Golden Archboss Selection Chest, you gotta have 12k, and so 12k is kind of the maximum. It's like the biggest milestone that you can reach. And so if you want to participate in this event, I would recommend to just go all in if you can. And so and then the second best milestone is 10k. You get Black Anvil weapon, and so here it's only 25 people that can get this reward. And then at 9k, you get the Nebula Boss Accessory Selection Chest. And so only 50 people can get this reward. And then the non-Archboss Weapon Selection Chest. It's at 8k. Also, 50 people can get this reward. And so another thing that I'm not sure also is that if, for example, I get 12k fortune stones, am I able to get and participate in all these rewards? So if, for example, I'm very lucky and I get the golden archboss selection chest, can also get the black anvil weapon. I'm not exactly sure. I think there's a lot of confusion about that. Maybe I haven't read the whole thing. I'm not exactly sure. So, all right. So the idea here is to get 12k fortune stones. And so if we do the maths, the best way to get these stones is to simply spend the soul. Let's be honest, okay? And so you need 12k stones, and I'm going to divide by 80 because every 5 million that you spend gives you 80 fortune stones. And so so it's 150. That means I have to spend 5,150,000 times. And so if I do 150 times 5, that means that if you want to only spend Solent, you have to spend 750 million Solents. Okay, and so you need this amount of Solents. And so in my case, I'm quite lucky because I've been playing the game since lunch, and I've been stacking a lot of mats here. And so you see I have all these precious gems that are very, very valuable. And so you can sell those for Solents, and so you can also sell some precious polished crystals. You can also sell some parchments, and there's a lot of things that you can sell that might be sitting in your bank that is worth some Solents. So maybe some powders, some mats or growth stones, maybe some skill books. So there are just so many things in your bank that you might be able to sell. And so in my case, I've been holding and stacking a lot of mats. And so you can simply, also lately one thing that I've done is that I also purchased a bunch of precious gems. That's another thing that you can do. I think the blue ones are probably the best ones because they're kind of useless right now, and they're worth so much as well. And so I think the blue ones are probably best. And so I purchased a bunch of these as well. And so you can simply sell a bunch of these. So right here, I'm about to get 600. So I'm going to sell more of these. Okay. So there you go. Right now, if I sell everything here, I should be fine. I should have enough Solent to max out everything. So there you go. I'm gonna sell this. So I have a lot of Solents right now. So I have over 800 Solents. Alright, so the next thing that you want to do is to spend all these Solents. And so one important thing that you have to know here is that in this event page here, it says here that Solent spent from purchasing things from NPC will not count towards your total. And so here it says purchasing things from NPC. So I'm not exactly sure what that means, because if, for example, I come here on this NPC, I can craft things. So I'm not exactly sure if this is counting or not, because technically this is an NPC, but I'm not purchasing things because I'm actually crafting things with this NPC. And so again, I think it's a bit unclear, but I'm not exactly sure if this is good or not. But if you come to this NPC here, this Sundry's Merchant, then here you're actually purchasing things from the NPC. So I'm assuming this one is really, really not good. So everything about crafting, I'm not exactly sure, but I would not take the risk, to be honest. But if you can know, then good for you. And so another thing that you can do as well is that you can level up some gear. And so by leveling up gear, you'll be able to spend some Solent. You can also transfer gear if you have to transfer gear. And I'm assuming also that you can, I don't know, you can swap or spend some Solent with the traits or whatever. And you can also probably unlock some sync slots here. And so if you have the growth stones, you can like spend some Solents here. And so if, for example, here the first one, I think it is and 8.5 million, and then the second slot is 25 million, and so this is going really quickly if you're using the sink. Another thing that you can do is that you can expand your inventory, and so the first few times that you expand your inventory, I think it is Solent, and then it becomes Lucent. And so if you're spending Solent, this is good. And you can also spend some Solent with your bank. And so here, I'm not sure if there's a limit on your bank, but you can also expand the storage of your bank. And so here, I think it is only Solent. And so I think this is probably the best way to go about it. Also, a very popular method that people are using is to simply switch the sockets of your runes. And so you simply remove a rune, and then you simply change the socket over and over again. So this is very popular, but this is probably the most useless way to go about it, because you're not getting anything back, right? And so if you're crafting things, this is good. If you're purchasing these slots, this is really good. I mean, if you're leveling, transferring traits, this is good, because the Solent spent is not useless, so you're not losing any value out of it. And so obviously if you're expanding your inventory is also pretty good, because you're actually getting value out of it. And so in my case, I have to spend a lot of Solents right now, so I'm gonna expand my inventory for now. Okay, there you go. I'm not sure if there's a limit to it, but I'm gonna keep doing it. You see, I'm spending all these Solents right now, but I'm not getting Fortune Stones. Like, ideally, every time that I spend these Solents, I should get the stones right away. Okay, it's actually maxed out at 500 right now. There you go. Alright, so right now I'm gonna purchase the first slot of my earring. The sync slot of my earring, so that's 8.5 million. I don't have the mats and the growth stone to unlock more, but I think right now this is pretty good. So I think the transmutation could also work, but you need a lot of gear to make it happen. And you could also purchase some of these mastery nodes here from your weapons. So in my case, I already unlocked all my favorite weapons, which are the bows, the staff, and the wand. But you could unlock more weapons, but it requires a lot of gems. So I'm not sure if I want to do that. There you go, I can unlock a bunch of these here. It doesn't require any stones, any gems, so I'm just going to unlock those for now. Yeah, those require stones, and I don't think I'm gonna do it because I don't care about those weapons. Okay, let me do these. So right now I still have to spend around 400 million. Alright, so for the rest of it, I just think I'm gonna go brand that and simply convert my runes until I'm out of Solent. So there you go. There are probably better ways to go about it, but I don't have the mats or anything to do them, so I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do that until the end. This is so stupid, bruh. God damn. This is how you play Throne and Liberty, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so around here I think I should be good right now. Gonna put back a red rune. Okay, so there you go. I think I spent all my Solents. So I spent a lot of Solents. And you see, I have no idea if I'm still okay to participate in this event, in the highest tier of this event. So we'll see what happens. Technically I should be maxed out right now, so I should be able to participate for the Golden Archboss selection chest. We'll see what happens, but that's kind of what it is for now, I guess. Alright, good luck in the event. Peace.